Good afternoon. My name is Davis Blackwell, and this is my Appalachian State University Capstone Experience portfolio. I'm currently a senior, and I will be graduating in December of 2024 with a bachelor's in the Science of Business Administration with a focus in finance. I do not have a minor. In this presentation, I will summarize the four most influential projects that I completed during my time in the Walker College of Business at Appalachian State, as well as my mentors and resources that were helpful and beneficial to me. And I will talk about my future goals and what I plan to pursue after graduating from Appalachian State University. The first project that I chose to put in my portfolio was a request for proposal that I completed in my English business writing class in fall of 2023. This was a project over the course of a semester where we had to create a mock bid proposal for a large-scale project such as student housing, hotels. How to write statements such as financial capacity, company capacity, conflict of interest statements, and price quotes. These were all very relevant to real world. If I go into finance or real estate, these are things that will become very useful because they're realistic and likely, statements and price quotes that I'll be completing in my job in the future. The next project I found influential during my time in the Walker College of Business was a project I completed in my Marketing 3050 class in spring 2024. We had to first research a company in a field we were interested in, so I chose a real estate and building company. So we analyzed them over the first four weeks or so of class before creating our own mock company and writing a whole portfolio on this company. How to create things such as a SWOT analysis, consumer decision-making analysis, find micro-environmental factors, research target markets, and then at the end, I would compare the two companies and create new recommendations for the company I created, which was a deluxe stadium building company. I found this also very realistic and beneficial. Performing analysis such as SWOT analysis are things that I'll likely be doing in finance or real estate after I graduate. So this was a very beneficial project that I completed. The third project that I chose to highlight in my capstone experience was in business writing as well, where we conducted an interview with somebody in a field that we're interested in. So I chose to interview somebody in commercial real estate. The interview was on forms of communication in the workplace and when it is necessary to use verbal and nonverbal communication. I found this very beneficial, learning about when it's necessary to send an email or when it's necessary to meet with somebody in person, especially in real estate when communication has to be the right way, has to be quick and on time, and has to be efficient. So that interview, I think it'll benefit me greatly in the future, help me learn which types of communication are important in a certain field. And then the fourth and final project that I chose to highlight, it was based on ethics. So I chose a case study I conducted in my international marketing class in the summer of 2024. So it was a case study based on a Syrian migrant who had to flee her country and start her own business. It was a nonprofit catering company. Just kind of analyzed that and looked at how she started from migrating to creating her own business, and it was very beneficial and insightful into ethics, seeing how people in these countries who have to flee and start all over can find their own way and become successful. And I think that's very relevant in the business world in America because we need to consider migrants and people who are less fortunate or have had to come from rough backgrounds and how they're making their way to become successful in this great country. So now that I've talked about my four projects I completed that were most beneficial during my time in the Walker College of Business, I'd like to talk a little bit about my work experience highlight from my portfolio, which also happened to be my most influential or transformational experience in my past 4 years. So in the summer of 2023 and 2024, I found an opportunity to work as a first mate on a charter boat in Hatters, North Carolina. This has been something that I've dreamed of doing since I can remember being a little kid. Grew up loving fishing and always wanted to be on a deep sea boat, as I used to call it. So I found an opportunity to work there, and it was the greatest experience of my life. And I plan on probably pursuing a career for at least a little bit in charter fishing. But it was really cool to see how I could also incorporate what I've learned at Appalachain into my job on a charter boat. So when you run a charter boat, you run all aspects of the business as the captain or the owner, from the financials to the customer relations, to the hiring of your first mate. And so seeing how a business is run, which customers don't get to see from their side of it, it was really beneficial seeing how I can use that to hopefully one day run my own business, whether it's a charter boat or not. But being able to learn how to work the financials and apply what I've learned in my finance classes and economics classes here at Appalachian, and being able to reincorporate that while being able to work on a boat and understanding both sides of the financial aspect of it and the fishing side of it. It was very beneficial and changed my mindset, and something that I plan to pursue for after college for sure. So now that I've talked about the most influential and beneficial projects and experiences during my time at App State and working in Cape Hatteras, I'd like to give some feedback on the Walker College of Business and my experience during my time here. I feel that App's done a great job with the College of Business. I had a great experience in my 2.5 years in the actual College of Business. I felt like the teachers did a great job with conveying the material and being accessible if we needed to reach out to them for questions or help on assignments or tests. I also felt that the advisors that I had during my time were very helpful. They were always there if I needed them. There was plenty of resources all around us in the College of Business, job fairs and business expos. So all of the resources we needed to be successful when we graduate were there for us if we utilized them. I really had no bad experiences in any of my classes or my time here at App or the College of Business, and felt that they really set us up for success for when we graduate and move on to that next step. Prepared me for the real world. So my goals after college, like I said earlier, I think I plan to stay in the fishing industry for a few years, but I'll have my degree, so work my way up to hopefully be able to use that with my own business in fishing, deep sea fishing, or choose to go into real estate, commercial real estate, or financial job after I get my fix of fishing in. And I'm confident that the Walker College of Business has set me up for success in whatever I choose to go into. And I'm very grateful for my time here at Appalachian State. Thank you very much.